Hello. In this video we are going to look at the EPA Stormwater Calculator again, the output of that tool and how it works with SWM5 and InfoSwim. As you remember, the Stormwater Calculator looks like this with the end result. Now what it saves is some input files. There's two input files, there's output files, and there's report files. So that's what's saved when you run the model. And it's saved in the SWC file in your tools directory, or in your temp directory for tools. So you can look in there and look for SWC and find it. What I'd like to show you is how you can use the rainfall data. Basically, it's the same rainfall data that you've picked in two different formats. One is a fixed format file, and the other one is a tab delimited file. So what you can do is import that into SWM5 and make the following changes. First of all, because there's no XY coordinates, you're going to have to drag the subcatchments and all the other objects into the model. And what Lou Rosman and EPA do with the EPA Stormwater Calculator is to make 4 subcatchments. Makes an outfall. And then if you're modeling a cistern, it also makes a cistern. In addition, there's a dummy link which you can drag out here. All right. Let me move this to the side. Also, the rain gauge needs to be slightly altered. There's a time series rain gauge that comes with this file. Change it to use the data files. So if you use the data files, then you can run it for the continuous record that you want it to run. So here we go to options. It's running kinematic wave, rainfall runoff. It's using from 1970 to 2006, which is the period of record for that Tampa airport data. So I can go ahead and solve it now. And after it's done solving, I have a nice record of the rainfall. So for example, if I click on this link, I can look at the runoff over the period of 26 years. And here's our 26 years. Another little trick to running this, under report, make sure that all subcatchments, links, and nodes are turned on, because that's not part of the original file. So make sure you go there and change those. Another nice feature is that the monthly averages for evaporation are also added to the model. And this is from the calculations in the EPA Stormwater Calculator. Also, if you're doing climatology, you can also do the adjustments. So there's no adjustments here, but if you use the EPA climate adjustment model, it'll export the adjustments that you need to run continuous simulation directly to this input file. So here's a little bit about the EPA Stormwater Calculator, how you can use it with the SWC folder, and the two files. So import it, give it some coordinates, change the rainfall data, and you have a nice rainfall and evaporation data for your particular area. Thank you for listening, and that's all